What's cooking, guys? Welcome back to A La Carte with Alex, where I'm helping you cook up quick, easy, and delicious food one plate at a time. And today we're going to be working on some kitchen basics. We're working on some knife skills so that way you feel confident in the kitchen and you can tackle any dish that you need to. So, let's get cooking. Okay, so first thing is we're going to need to stabilize our cutting board, and what you can do is you can take a wet paper towel and you can just kind of put it right here. Make sure it's not soaking wet, just a little damp. Go ahead and put that on there, and that'll secure your cutting board so that way it won't slide around on you or make a mess. So we're going to start off with our fancy kitchen knife. Don't be afraid, get the big one. You don't need to use the little tiny Perrier that you have. I know some people, you feel more confident with the small knife, and you just don't need it. I recommend go ahead, get your kitchen knife. This is the one that you're going to use the most, and you're going to use this all the time in the kitchen, so it's good to practice with this one and feel confident with it. Now, a lot of people, when they're first getting started, they're not sure how to hold it. That's the big thing. You don't want to grip it like, you'll be swinging it around. It's not what you're going to be doing, and you don't want to do this finger thing. And I was guilty of doing this when I first started. You just feel a little more confident, like you're pointing a knife at somebody, just getting ready. But what you want to do is take your knife, and you're going to use these two fingers, and you're going to pinch right here below the handle. So that's where you're going to hold it. So you can see it's pinched, so you can literally just kind of hold this around, wave it around without needing to do it. And then you're going to take your other fingers, you're going to wrap it tightly there. And it's going to give you the most control, lateral wise, up and down, chopping, doing all that. Next thing, when you're cutting your food, you don't want it to be straight on. You're going to want to go at a natural angle. This is how your hands naturally sit, kind of like when you're typing your keyboard. They're not this way, they're kind of curved in a little bit, so that's what you're going to do with your knife. And then you're going to just kind of practice this rocking motion. This is going to be your go-to when it comes to cutting, is this motion here. So you're going to kind of see, you're going to slide and cut. And you just sit here all day, and you can practice this. This is what it is. Your cutting is going to be done here, not at the top. I mean, there's going to be some instances where you kind of cut a little bit, and you're making some precision stuff, but for the most part, all your cutting is going to be done here at the back of the knife. Next thing is going to be holding stuff. So you're not going to be holding any food with your fingertips out. You're going to want to curve it. So you're going to want to create this little claw kind of thing right here. This claw and this curved in fingers here, that's what's going to stop you from getting cut. So when you cut in, you can kind of see right there. You see, you use that knuckle, or you can use your knuckles here to cut. And that's going to kind of stop you from cutting your fingers, and it's going to reduce the chance of you getting cut. You just sit here just all day.
I can do this all day.
Look at that, no cuts, no muss, nothing. Let's actually get into cutting something up. I know that's what you all have been waiting for. So we're gonna do an apple. And now when it comes to cutting, you don't wanna use the round side when you go to cut it. That's gonna just be real wacky to kind of cut. So try to find a flat surface, wherever like the food naturally lays. That's where you're gonna use to cut and make your first cut. Now that we've kind of created this flat surface, that's what we're going to use to cut. You want to create a flat surface when you're cutting. That's going to make it so much easier when you cut. So now you see in most cartoons or TV shows, they take the knife and they're rotating it around. That's not what you want to do when you're starting off. What you want to do is actually move the food, not the knife. So you get your knife placed and you're doing your rocking motion. Got your claw, got the claw. You just sit here, you just cut. You slowly start cutting. Apples are great for practicing, by the way. They're cheap, and they're easy to create this flat surface and slide around a little bit. But yeah, you could just sit here, just do your cutting motion, just do it all day. As you're cutting up your apple, you're just gonna kind of slowly feed in the apple. And you're gonna kind of feed it in this little saw blade here, and that's what's gonna create this like nice chop. That's what's gonna create your uniform chops. So you notice I'm not moving the knife, except to maybe slide some of the stuff off, and I'm moving the food in. Use your fingers to kind of push it forward, and you kind of bring it up a little bit for those higher spots. There we go. There you go, you got your apple slices. Now, as you kind of saw when I was taking food off of my knife, you want to not pull it towards you and kind of pull it down. You want to push the food away with your fingers. But yeah, so that's cutting up your apple. Okay, so we're going to take that same concept of cutting one solid object and we're going to use it for multiple items. So instead of having, just this like crazy chopping motion that I see some people do, you're going to take food that's about the same length or roughly. You're going to line it up. You can do start off with a couple. So for instance, we have our baby carrots here. So start off with a couple, and then you can add more as you feel more confident with it. But create that claw again, and you're going to use that to hold. And then create your rocket motion that you're going to sit here all day with, and you're just going to slowly feed the food in. Now, if one starts to become a little too encompassing, just kind of go there. And then as you get down to the tiny bits, you can remove your fingers. And you can kind of just slowly push in the food, just being very careful. And I recommend don't try doing the fast chopping, chef thing. That's going to come with experience. You see them and they go, and they're just like crazy about it. Just, start off slow. You're just a home cook. That's all you really need to do. And then as you become more confident, you can start doing the fancy stuff. But that's just going to come with practice. So, like I said, just keep that rocket motion, feed that food in, and you're good to go. Okay, so that's all the time I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're a kitchen knife pro master at chopping and cutting. Let me know if you have any tips that you'd love to share with me. I would love to hear them. But yeah, I wanted to make this one a nice little short video for you. Just keep working on those knife skills. Become confident using that big chef knife. Don't be scared of the big knife. Trust me, it's going to make your life with cutting up food way easier, and you're going to feel more confident. And when you feel more confident using that knife, you're going to feel more confident in the kitchen and cooking. And just keep practicing, keep going at it. I know you can do it, but trust me, once you start feeling more confident in the kitchen, you're going to start making delicious food for you and your family, and I'm excited to see what you guys are going to make. So until next time, make sure that you guys are staying full and staying healthy. Bye, guys.